Alright peeps, welcome back to Planet Crafter. I built myself a big old motorway in between episodes, so let's go and flying along it. And you may notice that it's quite wide on the old diagonals. That's because I am just pressing W right now and we are veering left, right and bloody everywhere. But now we're back at our base, let's park up absolutely perfectly if I say so myself. And now that we're perfectly parked at our base, I can tell you that we're all the way up to natural life. If we have ourselves a bit of a scooter boot knocking here, we might be lucky enough, if we get past our big purifiers, to find some natural life bobbing about here and there. But before we find that natural life, I've got to dive in here, get up some ladders and show yous me complete lack of a pile of iron. I used it all on that big old bloody motorway there. I mean, I've still got me pile of magnesium, you know. But the reason we're flying along the bloody train tracks here, apart from admiring the mad glowy flower to get through the tunnel, instead of just simply teleporting to t'other side, is that there might be life in this cave that we need to check out. That and I completely missed this golden chest down here. How did I miss that? I searched the whole bloody cave. Well, clearly I didn't, because I didn't get me big shroom effigy now, did I? But now that we got that out the way, we can get all the way up here. I mean, hopefully run into some natural life in the cave. But the most... you can tell I've been here, dropping me piles of shite. But anywho, we're flying through here, because we've got a bit of a clean-up job on our hands, haven't we? Ooh, and it's nice and straightened out. That means I can get me rover route and go for a proper mission across the invisible wall here. Alright, now we're up to speed. I hit another invisible wall and we're doing it ground level. I mean, landing on the wheels is what I always do. But anywho, I'm gonna head out of the middle and I'll catch you there. And look at this, we've got bloody butterflies up in the middle here. Oh, what have we got life doing the bottom? This is absolutely not part of the plan, but we have to see if we've got any natural life bobbing about doing the bottom. Apart from the frogs, of course. Well, now the frogs like to bob about doing here, but look at this! Hello! Hello, kissy pet! Oh, I pet every single one of these, like, pet you, buddy. I saw you over there, you're getting a bloody pet now! Hello! You're giving us a bit of a push. Look, it's a little cute pet! Get another pet even if I don't get a genetic trait, because you are so good waiting for us to point at you. And what exactly is going on over yonder way? Let's get a bit of speed up and zip out and say, what on hello, frogs? Was he enjoying a bit of a float before I came too close and initiated gravity leg? Oh, the frogs in this hole are my favourite, like. They are my absolute favourite. Do we still have frogs doing? Yeah! Wham! It looks like the frogs have evacuated the lava, but they are still hippity hopping about doing here. Tell you what, like, I'm happy we had ourselves an impromptu jump doing the hole, like. That was fun seeing all those fancy animals. But since we've made it back up, we don't actually need to take that bad lad. What we need to do is go down here and clean up this big old toxic goo mess here. Look at the state of it, man. I'm at 0.6. I'm not going to last a bloody half a minute in here. And that's a bad thing because I didn't bring any pure caps with us. Let's just slurp up what I can and then go back to my base, which I'm going to have to fly back to / drive back to because I didn't bring me bloody... What? Is this too big to slurp? No, I was going to say, surely I don't have to use an explosive. But I didn't bring a bloody teleporter back with us, did I? So, we're going to have to get back the old-fashioned way. And I'm going to need to skedaddle out of here like I'm nearly at the bottom of the bar. And I already took some damage doing at the lava. I'm back. I've got me teleporter. But most importantly, I've got some proper explosives on the crack. So I can trigger these. I can have a happy dance with me big 2319 suit. And I can just leave the toxic goo for the drones. And I want to test out just how powerful these T2 explosives are. So I'm going to position myself right here, where we've got access to that, and that. And I'm going to set off a massive T2 explosives, which does make me want to throw my hands up in the air like I just don't bloody care. And that wasn't crazy, like, I must admit. Is it even any better than the T1? I mean, like, take this bit, for example. It's a fair whack, but if I sit in the middle here, set off a T1 explosives, and I can't make it fair because I slurped one up. I was going to say I'll make it fair and I'll throw my hands up in the air, but I clearly care too much to do that. I know that this is a proper good example of the T1 stuff here. Let's go ahead, drop off a T1, trigger it, throw me hands up in the air like I just don't bloody care, and see if we get any more blown up when I do the very same thing with the T2 explosives. It does! It does actually reach a bit further. We've been conclusive with that, bad lad. See, I bet you weren't expecting bloody science over here on the MiGly Plays channel, were you? I mean, I certainly wasn't. Now, these little bits and bobs I'll just slurp up, you know. It's always fun to have a bit of a slurp of the toxic goo. Especially because it looks so bloomin' tasty. I will say, cruising through this area looks absolutely mental. I'm keen to get amongst this when it's all cleaned up like. And I've been following this trail of toxic goo for the past 10 goo. Is it leading me somewhere special? Or is it just a big old rock for us to rub me face up against? Let's get all the way to the top and see what we can bloody see. Well, that's providing I can find an angle to rub me face up against that lets us get up and not just bloody doon. Since we're all clean doon here, the only thing left to do is go next to this big fancy bit of toxic plant here. Ooh, what the blue, look at this bad lad. Now that is a cosmic bloody quartz if I've ever seen one. It is unfortunate that we got a full inventory, so let's go back into this plant and dump all me toxic shite here. Now that'll be spot on for the water, man. It'll purify in no time. Or at least it will be once we put a water purifier in here. And of course, set it to supply everything. 500 water, that'll be sorted in about bloody 20 minutes, I reckon. Providing I had the storage anyway. But I'm going to have myself a bit of an explore, a bit of a loot. And I'll catch back with you whenever something mint occurs. Like come here across another fantastic cosmic quartz. Cosmic quartz. Cosmic. Ooh, hello. Can I give you a little pet as well? Your purple eyes look mint-like. That better be the... What little... Look at those big logs. Hello, big logs. This is mint, this like. I can't wait to get some mad creatures on the gun. And not even toxic creatures. Proper natural creatures. Ooh, we seem to have a rover over here now. A rover that I've potentially already looted? Have I been over here? Did I come this way and then get into the toxic stuff and go, oh no, I'm scared, 150, that's so very many. I could see myself doing that, like, to be fair. Let's see if I've looted this chest. Nah. No idea why there was only bloody plants in that bit rover. Oh, no, is that there's another body of water here that doesn't have a purifier on it. Oh, now I do recall seeing this big plant. Let's rub my face up against up here and see what's going on in the big plant. Oh, I can get in the big plant. I am one with the plants. Am I like those other prisoners? Am I just going to be all like, what up? I am plant. Fear me. Or am I going to be able to escape and continue exploring this whole bloody area? Oh, hello. I saw the spirally thing and I was like, fun fair? Are we going to slip and slide doing this, bad lad? And then big bridge? This is an actual way up to the top. Oh, an actual way up to the top? More cleany goos though. We need to be ready for that. And we'll get ready for that by looting some toxic explosives out of here. Oh, if only I could script things such. Ooh, and looking at that train line there, it sort of stops at the rock. It doesn't connect our. So we haven't been over there yet. Let's have us all a spiral on up and hope we don't get contaminated on the way up. Oh, this is a sketchy. Yes, we're contaminated. Let's go back down so we're no longer contaminated and get ourselves properly ready for this. And I would say that absolutely includes exploring this oasis over here. Look at the massive flowers and shrooms and that, man. Alright, what delights do we have in here? Ooh, got some big pipes. After a good start. A blue bloody chest, some frogs. Hello, frogs. Are you generic? Or are you mad toxic frogs? Just generic frogs. Oh, but we did get some bloody toxic goo removal explosives though, and that's what we're bloody here for. I found something very peculiar, peeps. At the end of this cave there is some toxic water. I cannot slurp it until it's all cleaned up. Good to know though, if you're ever stuck in the cave, you can slurp some water once you've cleaned it. from the end. But also, there's a big old pipe. Look at this bad lad. Let's have a gun, see what we get in here. Yes, toxic goo explosives. That's what it's all about. What? Hello? Hell! Let's just make sure there's nothing at the end of this little pipe for us to explore before we go ahead and read the message. To join us, you'll need to show some sense. We definitely need notice, and those dim-witted guards will never find the object to place in the terminal to open this door. In a wax place with golden cells I sleep, lulled by the buzzing of winged fairies. I can't fly yet, but one day I will, when I leave me bed to become a sun gatherer. Alright. No worries. Any clues in here? Could it be a flutterby? Maybe a sunbee? Sunbee potential? I'll be doing for a bit of sunbee action like. We're going to make sure we come back here when we get our wax seal or whatever it may be. But until then, I'm going to rub my face up against some dark rocks and hope I find some more secrets. I'm happy I dove into this little oasis rock here, I must admit. I was just like, yep, let's just have a poke me heat in here. And it's always worth it in the Planet Crafter like. Now while I was at emptying my inventory, something crossed my mind. We found something in one of these fellas' hideouts. The golden butterfly larva. But it's not that. I wasn't expecting it to be that, but however, you gotta bloody try it. I'm making my way up this flower here because I spied at the end of it is a bit of the big train track. Come on, let's go around it, not down, just around, and we end up all the way down. I will get up there. This is my tutorial on how to get up to the train tracks. You get all the way up as high as you can, and then you get your camera all ready to just do a quick swip around the other side, and it's as easy as that. You're up atop the separated train tracks, and that will let you get over to this flower here, which will then allow you to get over to here. Rub your face around this corner very carefully, otherwise that'll happen. I'm just showing you, what not to do. But if you rub your face correctly up against these rocks, you can very easily get yourself to the other bit of the train track. I can't believe how poorly that tutorial went. I mean, once you fail to get down, you'll find some underwater loot. So let's see how many explosives we get. Yeah, I'm still not manifesting any explosives yet. Maybe I just need to continue my manifestation. Do an awkward grab through the door, maybe? Maybe that'll help? Nah, I'll swim around, then I'll swim around. Ooh. It doesn't work? Do I have to get in from the top or something? Oh, wait, the side door's open. Alright, let's manifest. T2 explosives? Bloody full chest, but not a single bit of explosive. Now, I've been here before, haven't I? Unless this is a Planet Crafter doing it. Nah, it's not. I swear I've been doing here, and I was like, how could you not rub your face up against this cracky rock here? It's perfect for it. And then once we got to the top, there was the end of the world. Which is still not a sea yet, which likely means it's not going to become a sea. But anywho, the reason I'm up here is I reckon I can get from here all the way to the top of here. I can! And I'm rewarded with one of these fancy pants. Oh, no, I'm not. I thought this was one of the guys' but it's not. I've just got myself a basic bitch blue chest. Unless there's anything else hiding up here. Bit of a hello. Bit of a mad view. And a climbable vine? What? Whoa. Oh, hang on, where am I? I'm lost. Right, I was up there and I came down here. Yep. Ooh, so you're actually supposed to get up here and that. I thought I was just being a mad little explorer, but no. This is our legit exploration area. Let's have ourselves a zip across here. This reminds us of the super alloy area on Prime. When you got to the top of that and you had to like quickly zip around and that. Oh, this could be good. This genuinely could be good. Let's see if I can be cheesy with it. Get me teleporter. I can. All the way. Oh, yonder way. Just a real casual. Plop. That's perfect. Let's have ourselves a bit of an explore at the top, and then we can dive down there and use our teleporter. Oh, the bloody base is all the way up here. Well, you definitely intended to be up here then in that case. And before we go tackling that goo, I'm going to try and find every single blue chest I bloody can around it. Damn, look at that! And that's just the light and the dust and everything, but it was proper glowing gold behind that little flower for a second, wasn't it? And I've made it to the top of another one of these. Let's see if we can find any blue chests. It's quite an extensive piece, this, actually. That looks like it could be something. Oh, I saw it! Corner of my eye! Give me the blue chest. Oh, neat bloody explosives. Oh, I do love that cosmic quartz there. Look at it just hanging out. Oh, it's Ozma meteorite time. We're going to get the blue hue. But mainly, I just need to make sure I don't accidentally bloody get conked by it, you know? I wonder if the blue chests are easier or more difficult to spot when you got this big blue hue on the crack. I hope it's easier, otherwise I might have just flew past about 4 of them while seeing that. Though this here with the cosmic quartz, the flowers and everything, and the blue hue, does look bloody lovely. Oh, now that has to be something. That's like the flower the other side when you're going through the tunnel in the train. And I can see all of the pockets of bloody goo knocking around over there like. Oh, and it must be really difficult to spot the blue chests when you've got the blue hue, because I was right here. There's I was literally above it when I was like, oh, isn't that pretty with the blue hue? Doesn't matter though, we need toxic explosives. Right, let's go an hour here. Oh, I thought this was bloody toxic goo, but it's not. It's just chill vines. Although I do need to make my way over real quick to where my teleporter is and get some bloody explosives. Or if I'm out of the range here, I can chill here as well. Oh no, that's the toxic goo doing there. I didn't realise how bloody high up I was, like. I mean, I did say I got to the top of one of these, didn't I? And I wasn't bloody fibbing. Yeah, well, I officially have a full inventory, so we're speedrunning backwards over this bloody toxic area so I can get to me teleporter and then we can come back and get amongst it. We may have only found 3 bloody toxic goo explosives, but I'll use them wisely. We'll go on one right here when I can get a trigger on it, and then I reckon we need to go over here and do another one right about here. Second kaboom, and then third kaboom. I reckon we're just gonna go on. Ooh, that was actually better than I thought it was going to do. I might slurp these up. I might go back to me teleporter first and get some more. Oh no, I brought pure cap with us. I'm just used to not having bloody pure cap. Let's go up this ladder. Open with inventory when we're in prime position to blow up as many toxic goos as possible. Slurp the pure cap, armor bomb, and then throw our hands up in the air like we just don't bloody care. You know, that was actually bloody fair dinkum, that. I will absolutely take that, and I don't think I'll have to take any more pure cap either. I reckon it might just be this one bit that I spared. That's not too bad. Yeah, after this, there's only one bit of toxic goo area to clean up, and then it's all clean. Pristine planet. Name more green hue. But anywho, let's go back to the beginning and start our exploration by dismantling a heater or 2. I'm going to switch my auto crafters over here. Back to making pristine purifying balm. And of course, pristine purifying balm packs. We've got a lot to make to get our bloody 25 packs all ready to go. I mean, like, for real though, we've made bloody 5. For real though, I'm going to explore that bit of the rail last. And explore this entire bloody base first. I just want to make sure that wasn't some sort of fake floor, you know? I wasn't going to drop us down. Because we are up ahead here, like. And I don't really want to dismantle this debris because it looks like it could be bloody structural debris. I am a fan of the glass walkway though. Look at that, views everywhere, even beneath your very feet. That's a canny view. I like that view. And for the first time in a long time, I'm going to deconstruct this chest because I emptied the figure. But here we are, across the bridge. Let's see what delights of exploration await us. Like a bit of sand. Who thought you'd see a bit of sand up here? The sand's usually down there! Oh. Yeah, as I was saying, the sand is usually down here, not all the way up there. Now, in usual MiGly Plays fashion, I've already explored some of this, I believe, including this bad lad right here. But it'll still be a nice easy way for us to get up. Yep, nice easy way out of this base that doesn't have a green tinge to it anymore. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to deconstruct these debris and that heater. And I do like the floral bathroom. Nice touch. Not 1, but 2 spacesuit lockers. What delights do we have? I'm pretty sure I've seen all of those. Who's putting microplastics, purified water and pure cap in the locker? Can you even do that? I didn't even realise you could put other things in here, you know. I thought you could just put clays in here. I mean, to be honest with you peeps, I don't know what I'm expecting. I already have the best spacesuit sitting in a hologram in the base. And I'm already wearing the most apt spacesuit for this planet. So you know, these are going back in there with, admittedly, my old favourite, the Compto. And I'm going to open this wee canister. Ooh, trade spaceport rocket. Don't mind if I do. Let's go back in and unlock that big bad lad. And I mean, like, no cuts. Let's go straight to it and unlock that big bad lad right there. Nah, I just love getting blueprints for things I've already unlocked. And I'm already filling up this chest. I've just put this chest doing this episode, peeps. Come on, drones, I need you to pick the shite out quicker than I'm putting it in, please. And the rest of these chests have just got like one item spare each. Like, literally, look, one item spare each. I'm supposed to have maybe one of these to make sure episodes flow faster. Just dump shite in. And then I empty it out in between episodes. Oh, it's just so full of shite. The only tricky bit seems to be the emptying the moot in between episodes, it would seem. But nah, seriously, what's happened is I haven't been bothered to update the mod that lets me place items anywhere. So creating these vertical warehouses is not on the cards at the moment. Therefore, we just take up bloody floor space. But while we were exploring, we didn't have to worry about that. Let's see what the big C building's got in store for her. Oh, two he does! What a bloody building. And maybe some fancy new suits. I didn't actually know if I've seen this one, but it's got Sentinel Cup branding on it, so it's getting taken off me bloody body. What about the alleys? Ah, this is the prisoner one. I remember that, Well, that's building C. I'll explore. Oh, we got some lovely clean rain doing here. Maybe that'll create a C on the border. Or maybe it's just me that wants a C on the border. Oh, I thought these were climbable vines. Why aye? Straight up. Back where I was. Top of this rock. There's that blue chest I couldn't see when I had the blue hue. And I have to get up there. Let's go. Look, there's even a bloody fancy pants spiral stair rock taking us all the way up there. Nah, the spiral stair rock ran out. No, I've got to rub my face up against the rock like some sort of bloody maniac lunatic to get up there. But Dev Murray, I will rub my face up against the rock like some sort of maniac lunatic to get up there. Here I am. I'm up here. Well, you know, not to the tippity top yet, but I should probably just settle for being up here. But I won't. I'll just keep going until I'm at the tippity top. Because that is the... Oh, look at the... Damn! It's so pretty with the flowers. Nah, this was definitely worth getting up here, like. On the big purple flower! And that looks like it could be something over there now. But for now, I just want to make it look like I'm dancing on the vines that are growing on the bloody down there. Nah, I'll put me feet back on the ground and then have myself a proper little happy dance that I've cleaned up this whole area here. I mean, we've still got the cave of contamination, which I believe is our yonder way. But we'll get to that. For now, we're exploring whether there's collision on this purple flower, and there bloody is! Now, doesn't that want to make you throw your hands up in the air like you just don't care? And yes, that is what I'm doing, yeah. Alright, but now let's go all the way back down this massive rock and continue our exploration. And find things that I missed, like this big blue chest that's sitting atop here. The most obvious thing around, and I was definitely over here because I was like, oh, look at that bloody big old cosmic quartzes. Look cute there. Oh, and this is a light. What's light here? Like, oh, the luminous flowers. That's what it is. So what I was saying earlier was actually some mad light. Well, with some dust. But at least we now have the phenomenon now. And we can take these vines back down. Well, unfortunately, it's a tad dusty up here. But I believe we now need to go up this way. Because we came from there, and we'll see what delights await us. I mean, we've got this area, which is reminiscent of Under the Tree. And is this a secret little area, or just a bit of wall? Oh, just a bit of wall. And a blue chest. That is what I was referencing about the whole orange yellowy glow, which we now know is caused by these flowers and the dust in the air. And this area just by itself, without all the mad little loot, is absolutely fantastic. I'm loving this area, like. And I do believe that this is the other train that we've actually never taken from the centre there. But it leads you down into the dirty contaminated area. Which we're not about this episode. We're about cleaning up this area down here and exploring this area up here. Now I do believe we are back at the bloody tree section. So we have fully explored that whole area. Apart from, of course, what's occurring the other side of these tracks here. So let's go through the smoke and the dust and see what delights await us. Is it actually just a bloody cave-in a crashed car? I'm so happy I saved this till the end, eh? Proper best till last situation. Well, that's that mystery resolved. We now know what's at the end of the track. I suppose the actual only thing left to do over here is go and explore this big old tree. Ideally getting on top of this rock, lovely. And of course by big old tree, I mean big old flower. Hello flower, what about this bird lad? How ye doing? Is there anything behind you? Or are you just growing out the rock? Just growing straight out the rock, self-supported, no wall needed. What a grand old sight here. The lovely flowers of Toxicity. Anywho, I've got myself a bit of a rock face I need to rub myself against. I came up here because the fog clears when you get all up a height. Like that fog there that you can see. And I do genuinely believe I have been atop all of these and explored the bippity bottom. I mean, we've even explored that bit of lack of collision there. So before I nip back to me base, I've got one thing to check out in this corner of the dam here. You didn't think I'd forgotten, did you? Just the other side of the grain farm, we had some canny pass here without some purification occurring. So now we can have a look at these food bags. Not just food bag computers, but that's definitely maybe 3D. It's definitely non-interactable. There was a bit of space food on there. I'll slurp it up for good measure. But no, I'm gonna go and explore up these stairs and see what's what in the big feeding room. Funnily enough, we got some space food in the big feeding room. Even more space food. I don't know why I'm picking it up. I got so bloody much of it, but I'll continue to pick it up. Devin, ye worry about that. And I'll also see what the canister's got. I'll take it. I'll always take it. Even though there's no blueprints to decode for now, and it's destined for the pile. But now that we've been upstairs, let's go on downstairs. Not before getting another blueprint microchip. Blueprint microchip successfully acquired. Let's see what's going on in the first purified area here. Right, we are definitely going to do that ladder like. And it seems to not matter what game it is, or if I'm referencing a staircase, a ladder, or a lift. I'm going to say the name wrong, and it's going to be one of those three. Just not the one that it's bloody supposed to be. Without further ado, let's go on down the lift here. I was expecting a bit more of a lift, but I suppose we were already quite far down. How much further down can one get? And look at these bad lads. Just trickling the bubbles down, making all the power or cleanliness, whatever they do. Ooh, another lift down. I guess I might get me wish. After all, this reminds us of Hoover Dam in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, because I've never been there in real life, so they can't remind us of the bloody generator room in real life, no could it? I do like the ladders on the back of them though. Like you just go boop and you're up the top. Is this a metage? No. Proper faked it out with the coverings of the... Oh! But we could get a fancy... Oh, it's the gooks! I'm going to take it with us. You've got to have a backup gooks when you're not going to boot bloody Toxicity, you know? But yes, the computer's been next to the screen. Proper tricked us because I couldn't see if there was a message or not on the bloody screen. But anywho, let's go and do and see what we've got. Oh, this is a different room. Maybe connected through there. Ooh, this is getting scary all of a sudden. This is where all of the stuff is. Like the flowers. And what looks to be a big old water pipe. Now you do not want to be in here when it's switched on now, do you? So where does this lead? And have I been up here? Hang about. This just so happens to be where I wanted to go after this. Well, that's quite nice. It means I don't have to jump off the top of the dam when I come back this way. And do you remember when I was telling you about all the doors and that I could see? On the other bit of infrastructure. These were the bloody doors, and you cannot open them or anything. So they must just magically open whenever they need to. Oh, well, that's pretty bloody cool. Do I need the lift to get back up here? No, I don't. Let's go on over the other side and see which pipe that leads out of. No flowers in this one, and no bloody door either. Unless this one's open. Ah, it is. Hello. Oh, this one's even safer. You'd even get straight into the bloody turbine. Although you can't monitor your toxic water extraction rate from doing here, that's good to know. Some toxic explosives, that'll come in handy for a final bit of cleanup. Oh, and it's a toxo tree seed, why aye? I don't think I've got any more of those. Well, my inventory's full, so I've got to make my way back upstairs, dive through me teleporter, and find some dodgy collision. And just walk through this mesh straight through it. But yeah, now for reals, I actually wanted to be down here because I got a tip off in a comment that there's some proper dodgy collision doing the corner of the dam here. Oh, you're supposed to be able to get up here, are you? First of all, where's the dodgy collision? Because I want to bloody have a ganders. Is it this? Because I don't know if I would call this dodgy. More bloody cozy collision. Imagine camping out here for the night. It'll be absolutely mint. Now I've had myself a proper look around here, and I can't seem to find myself any dodgy collision like. I just mustn't be able to sniff it out like some people. But anywho, let's have ourselves a climb of the vine and see what we've got going on up the side of the dam. I wonder if it is just simply a climb up the side of the dam adventure, and not necessarily anything new. I mean, it's still worth a check, you know. You've got a bit of a missing gap here. Maybe it wants you to walk around. Phase through a rock? Nah, not quite. You never know what the game really wants you to do, you know. Anything over yonder way? There certainly is. Well. What do we have here? I didn't even see this from the other side. You can see it from the other side and all. I completely missed this. I mean, like, completely and utterly missed this, like. I wonder if this is the dodgy collision that the comment was about. But they just didn't want us spoilers, you know. And if that is the case, I always appreciate lack of spoilers. But let's have ourselves a bit of a bloody gander run here. Oh, do I need some diesel to switch this on to get the door open? What a nightmare. I guess I'll just have to loot these people's terra tokens and quartz then. I mean, we've got a cool little pass through here. But I am none the wiser to getting through this bloody door here. I've went through with my deconstruct on. There's nothing to deconstruct around here. There must be something else. Like a power generator or something like that. But where would it be, you know? Where would the power generation be? I've already switched it on inside the dam. We've well explored the top here. There's nought we didn't know about. We even know about the pop-in while that happens in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now. Actually wasn't bad timing. And yes game. Oh! Yes game, I'll have myself a slurp when I get home. I mean, while we're here, we may as well appreciate the beautiful flower atop the dam entrance. And we'll have a look around elsewhere and see if there's maybe somewhere else we can get in. I don't necessarily recall this debris being here previously. I could have just not noticed it, but I don't think it was here. It looks like the roots just burst through the bloody dam, doesn't it? Let's have ourselves a mosey on up the rock here, and we'll be able to check on the other side of the dam. See if there's any other entryways opened up. Nah. Locked up here. Maybe what we're after is beneath the tree here. But to find out if what we need is hidden beneath this tree here, you're going to have to check back next week for another episode of Planet Crafter. I've got you on a proper cliffhanger. I know, the proper one at times. But don't let that stop you having yourself a canny week. And a toodaloo.